What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. It's the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with Mr. JP Peterson in collaboration with the JP Peterson Show here live from Raymond James Stadium as your Tampa Bay Buccaneers take care of business tonight over the Tennessee Titans 29-7. And it was all about Kyle Trask tonight. It really was.
Yeah. Nice performance by Kyle tonight, and he really needed it.
Yeah.
With Teddy Bridgewater being brought in this week, it was a very obvious sign that he's in a battle for the backup quarterback job tonight. It was interesting when I asked him about it tonight, he was kind of like, well, we haven't really got a whole lot of answers on that. And obviously Teddy brings a lot of experience that I don't have in real games. So I think he needed to come out tonight and make quick decisions and make accurate throws, which I think has really been kind of his nemesis. I think when you watch Kyle in practice, he kind of tends to hold the ball. It's hard to get to his second and third reads. Tonight, he was extremely decisive, made some good down-the-field throws to Ibuka and J-Mac for 25 yards. So I thought it was his best preseason performance that I've seen. 12 of 16 tonight, 129 yards. They scored 3 times on his 4 possessions. The only one they didn't score on was a bad snap, certainly not his fault.
Right.
One of them was a 17-play, 80-yard drive where he had a fourth down read option where he kept the ball,
Right.
which was pretty sweet. So he made a lot of good decisions tonight. I think he had to have a good game. I think eventually Teddy's going to be the backup quarterback or they wouldn't have brought him in. But at least Kyle's not going down without a fight.
Yeah, I mean, it started out, and again, Josh Grizzard, the new offensive coordinator, you start out with pass play action. You go down the field, like you said, with Jalen McMillan. It looks like he has to kind of adjust to the ball.
Yeah.
But that kid, that young man, talking to him just a couple months ago at the Expo, very confident. Seems like that momentum. I get it's a preseason game, but it seems like the momentum's going to carry over from the second half of last year. And then, of course, all eyes have been on Emeka Ibuka, a 50-50 ball there, and he uses his body to shield. I mean, if this is a sign of things to come for the young rookie, then I think the Bucs are in for a treat here. And a position of weakness last year, which was that wide receiving room with all the injuries with Evans and Godwin and everybody else, certainly seems like a strength here, JP.
Yeah, no question. They're deep. Godwin's probably going to miss a few games to start the season.
Yeah.
But Ibuka has come in and proven himself as a polished pro already. First time we saw it tonight. Kyle even said in the post game that Ibuka was jacked up tonight. For a guy who just won a national championship at Ohio State.
Yeah.
A preseason NFL game, he was jacked up to come out in his first NFL game and show something, and he did. I mean, there's the praise for this kid has been off the charts and deservingly so. And it's just the beginning of his career. I mean, I thought that Godwin was the most polished wide receiver I've seen come in here. I've been covering this team for 27 years.
True.
And this guy has superseded that. Now he's got to go do it in the games.
Sure.
And he's got to go do it for real when the real bullets fly. But I thought this was a great start for Ibuka tonight.
It was. Wind me up here. Wind me up. Come on. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Yeah, we're taking calls. I mean, it took a little bit to get up and running because it's the preseason. We tried out some Wi-Fi stuff. We're still getting it fixed, but it's a lot better than doing this all night long.
We're not in midseason form.
We're not in midseason form,
okay.
But that's all right. We're going to take calls tonight. Absolutely want to hear your thoughts on the game. Not only Kyle Trask. It's always about evaluation. It's also about staying healthy. And unfortunately, the Bucs suffered possibly an injury here that could be lingering. Rachaad White goes out with a groin injury there in the first quarter after having over 20 yards. The rushing game looked good tonight. It's the one positive, but White going out. You have Tucker come in. A groin injury, it's not a good thing. It's a lingering thing. It's a lingering issue.
Yeah.
And we know how much White is a big part of this offense. Coming into a contract year, he catches the ball in the backfield. He's great with pass protection. So once again, it's not one of those things that you want to experience if you're this Bucs team at this point.
Yeah, he had a great bounce out tonight, great vision. And I think Rachaad White has looked infinitely quicker and faster this year. He's dropped 11, 12 pounds. He looks leaner. He moves quicker. He moves faster. He's much more Bucky-like.
Yes.
And you saw that burst on the run tonight. Now, just completely being reading the body language of Todd Bowles when he was asked about it. He said he didn't know how serious it was. They're going to have to see, but just his body language was not good.
Yeah,
language was not good. So we'll see. We don't want to speculate, but
sure,
that's what we do. We have to do, and with the lack of information. So that wasn't good. But here's the good news.
Yes.
Sean Tucker is the best number 3 back in the league, and he showed it again tonight. That run on the sideline that he set up that guy who had the corner had outside leverage on him. He was not going to get outside. He set him up and then burst outside, ran through a tackle there, ran through a second tackle on the sideline, and almost scored an unbelievable run. This kid, I'm telling you, he is one hell of a running back, and he's got tremendous vision. He's got tremendous burst. He's so low to the ground. He's super hard to tackle. So if Rachaad White is out, this team's in good hands with Sean Tucker as the number 2 back.
And we heard this in the offseason. Again, the potential is there. The flashes of brilliance are there. What does Sean Tucker need to work on? Pass protection, which is what White is good at, catching the ball more consistently. But overall, potential-wise, you definitely have something there. Of course, Bucky Irving. Some other running backs tonight showed out. Owen Wright, I think, showed out tonight.
The pride of Monmouth.
There you go.
William and Mary.
How about that? 26-year-old running back.
Player of the year in 2022. I said I had to go look this guy up.
Right.
He was running like freaking Jim Brown tonight.
Right.
Had 2 touchdowns called back, and then finally got his 3rd.
Yeah.
And
O'Keefe with the hold there.
The mauling.
Oh, yes.
The mauling.
Yes. Yes, it was.
So I was glad that he finally got his touchdown. That was nice to see. But he ran hard tonight, and the Bucs had 178 yards rushing tonight. The Titans aren't a great football team, but their defense is pretty good. But of course, we saw a lot of second and third teamers tonight.
Sure.
But I thought the running game looked really, really good tonight.
I thought one of the disappointing things is of course, most of the first half of the defense didn't play. The first string defense didn't play, but you had Chris Braswell.
Yeah.
And he has to win those matchups, and you didn't see a lot of that tonight from him. That was disappointing. I don't know what
made a couple of plays.
The pass rush wasn't there.
Yeah.
And I get it. Again, they're playing their second and third stringers, but Braswell is going to be a part of this rotation. You got to see more of him in his second year, and it's kind of what we saw last year. I think I saw Shiloh Sanders get more pressure than Chris Braswell tonight. That's not a good thing.
I would have liked to see more from Chris Braswell. There's no question about that.
Yeah.
Servassier Dennis played a lot tonight. Didn't show out too much. You know who did? It's Nick Jackson.
Yes, undrafted free agent from Iowa.
I think he's made more tackles than anybody in the history of college football. And his ball, it's like a ball. I asked Bowles about him, and he said the guy's just a great football player.
Yeah,
he's a great football player. He had 6 tackles to lead the team tonight, 2 for loss, an interception, and a quarterback sack, a one-handed interception. So.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
TJ Reeves is here.
Yes, we got the media icon coming up here,
legend.
and yes, we do. Let's see if we can go. That's not it right there.
Knuckleheads.
There it is, right there.
What's up, brother?
Mr. TJ Reeves. Yes, what's
Always
going
good
on?
to be with you guys?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, I am echoing what you said. It was fun to watch Sean Tucker run the football at field level. Owen Wright at the end of the game running hard. That may be, I've been doing this a little bit. That may be the first time ever a guy scored 3 times to get his touchdown. It took the 3rd try to finally get his touchdown after the 2 holding calls earlier in the quarter. But a lot to like from this. Then again, it's the preseason. Really, from about the 2nd series on, it's backups. It's guys that aren't playing. I mean, Tennessee left their starters in on offense to drive down and get their touchdown against the Bucs second team D. So you take a lot of what you saw with a grain of salt.
I didn't like seeing another coverage bust with Ridley wide open in the middle of the field like we saw so much last year. But again, it's just preseason. But that was not what I was hoping to see. Cam Ward, by the way, pretty good.
Pretty good. I mean, again, judge what you will from the fact that he didn't have Hassan Reddick, Yaya Diaby, Vita Vea, Kalijah Cansey breathing at him, and guys like Antoine Winfield, Jamel Dean, Zion McCullum in the secondary. It is what it is in the preseason. But if with the young guys in the second half, you were talking about Jackson, the linebacker.
Yeah.
How about J.J. Roberts, who Todd Bowles has talked about for 2 weeks?
Yeah,
about loving him, making plays in the secondary, making plays on special teams. If you like some of the young guys, Garrett Green at receiver, Shiloh Sanders makes a couple of plays. There's some young guys to pay attention to off this game.
How about Shiloh Sanders? What did you see from him? Gets quarterback pressure, from field level. What did you see from Sanders? Because there's been a lot of hype with this kid.
Free on the blitz on that. Made another play over the middle. He had a play immediately where he didn't make the tackle, but then came right back and made a play in the middle. And look, there's going to be tremendous hype and scrutiny. My man JP and I were like texting off the air last night about Shador and the hype train. He is now on the hype train, I think, for Shador.
I've always been on it.
You're on the hype train.
I think he's a very good quarterback. I don't think he's great, but stay tuned.
Stay tuned on that. But for Shiloh, again, realistically, we are talking about a practice squad player to keep around on this team because, as we were just discussing upstairs, you have 90 guys, as you guys know.
Yeah.
You've got to cut 37 of them. And he is one of those guys. Maybe another team would want him, but he is another – he's another example of somebody that would fit well on the Buccaneer practice squad, and then you can kind of move him up and down off the roster as you need him because he's the fourth string safety, the third of the fourth string safety right now on the team. The third and fourth string, everything is in jeopardy of not making the final roster. So
right.
You got to temper it just a little.
So we pay attention to tonight, guys, that may have made a performance that will help them make the team. I put Action Jackson in that category, although the numbers do not help him at linebacker, but he's definitely that. I think he may have secured a practice squad, and that's what eventually gets you on the field. So I think he did. I think JJ Roberts did. What we've seen in practice, we saw again tonight. And other than that, it was just Ibuka doing Ibuka things for the short time he was in there.
Tremendous catch, and I got a chance to talk to him on Buccaneers radio, and I've been around him only one other time, but very well spoken, very humble. Talked about the importance of that room right now with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and his buddy Jalen McMillan from their middle school days back in Washington State, back in Seattle. He played 7-on-7 flag football with Jalen McMillan.
Right.
So it's trying to get him comfortable, trying to get him acclimated. But that guy, I mean, what do we know from training camp and preseason? But that guy looks like the real deal as all of this unfolds this year, next year, 5 years from now. Keep it up.
What do you see from
captain of this team? I can tell you that.
Most likely, it could be. We're on with the media icon, Mr. TJ Reeves of the Buccaneer Radio Network, along with Mr. JP Peterson. I'm your host, Peter Blake, here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, live from Raymond James Stadium. Kyle Trask, what did you see from him tonight?
I saw good things. You saw a couple of the things that you keep talking about because I watch you and keep up with you, and I watch you and I keep up with you.
Thank you.
Has he occasionally held the ball some too much in these training camp practices? Yes. Are you going to get your bell rung when you do it in a game? Yes. But friends and neighbors, he held the ball as long as he needed to and got destroyed when he got rid of it on the long one to Ryan Miller in the second quarter.
Yep.
That's something you like to see. You saw some decisiveness with a couple of other throws. So again, at this point, they brought Teddy Bridgewater in not only for the veteran presence, but to light the fire under Kyle Trask. We got to see something here in this preseason from you. This was the first step. So that's going to be a very interesting dynamic. How much does Bridgewater play, if at all, in Pittsburgh? That's another thing. Do they get him a series? I
think definitely, yeah.
Do they need more than a series from him? Kyle Trask probably plays much of the first half, much of the first half of the last two games. Let's see what he looks like. But again, there's a lot to like. He's big. He's got a good arm. I know Dave Moore on Buccaneers Radio said it a couple of times that the read has to come quicker, which is something that you've been talking about. But there is no replicating live fire like what we saw tonight. And there were several times where he put the ball where his guy could make a play. So you saw some good stuff out of Kyle Trask tonight.
You definitely saw some good stuff. Of course, disappointing Rachaad White out of the game, but of course it opens up the opportunity for Sean Tucker. Talk about this kid, because we've talked about it in the offseason, how much potential he has. You saw it last year. It seems like the Bucs want to get him carries. And then furthermore, if Rachaad White is hurt, and I get it how important he is to this offense, he's still a free agent. So you've got to take a look at Sean Tucker eventually. You got to evaluate him. What do you see from Tucker?
And you're evaluating him right now on the fly, and how good did he look last night? And you saw him in spots last year when White was hurt last year. Again, great first step. You know what I keep thinking about is he had a literal heart concern that kept him from being drafted at the combine.
Yeah.
They came up with a heart issue. In the figurative sense, is there any question about that guy's heart running through, in the figurative sense, running through the line?
No.
And lowering the head when he's 5 foot something and about 180 something or 190 something?
No.
He runs tough. Love that guy. Keep him healthy right now at running back.
Yeah, I was a little surprised with Rachaad going out with a groin injury that Sean Tucker came back on the field in the third and fourth quarter. I'm like, what are we doing here?
Well, and part of that is they are thin at that position, and they may have to go get another guy right now and get them acclimated to play a little bit in the preseason games here besides Owen Wright and besides Tucker, because they've got like 2 other injuries in the backfield
Williams guys,
with White being injured tonight. And I saw him briefly when he walked out of the locker room. Who knows? And again, for the fans, everybody's going to be saying for the next 72 hours, how bad's the groin injury? How bad's the groin injury? Shall we break it here on the Sports Reb and the JP Peterson Show? They don't have to say anything about it for a month.
Yeah.
For the next month, they don't have to talk about injuries. So they will say, hey, he hurt it. Hey, we're going to take it slow. But they don't have to tell you anything else until the week of the opening game with Atlanta.
Yeah.
So here we go with give him some time, but you're not going to get a lot of information. Trust me, you're not going to get a lot of information on how bad or not that is.
Just go by what you see.
Yeah.
And he won't be at practice this week. I would doubt that very seriously.
Yeah.
As they go to Pittsburgh.
And we also heard about Benjamin Morrison. He's not going to play in the preseason, which is, again, disappointing because you get this kid you having a great camp, has an opportunity to challenge DeMel Dean. So it's on Dean now. And I tell you another guy who played well tonight, going back to a young kid, Jacob Parrish.
Jacob Parrish was out there, made a couple of plays, broke up a pass, had a chance at an interception too earlier in the game. What you are touching on, and we talk about it this time of year, is your availability may be as big as your ability.
Yep.
So if you're a Sean Tucker, if you're a Jacob Parrish, your availability. They wanted Michael Pratt at quarterback to push Kyle Trask. He ain't been available with a back injury. Availability is a big part of this time of year. Who's healthy, who's available to help you. So you bring up a good point on competition. Sometimes, just like you guys after the games, you're available. You're here for the audience. Your availability is huge.
Not for much longer. Getting late. we'll let you go, partner. Get back to the fam and the Twins.
Media icon. Appreciate you, as always.
Their senior year on Monday. God help us all.
I got to do it. I know it's going to upset you, but I got to throw the DJ horn out there. I didn't play.
God,
there it is.
Twins senior year, Buccaneers preseason. It will not be dull around the Reeves house. Good to be with you, boys.
Yes.
Have a good night.
Tell the lovely wife we said hello.
All right. So let's go back to the second shot here as we come back right there on the sports web. The media icon himself, Mr. TJ Reeves of the Buccaneer Radio Network, staying late.
He got a post-game bag of chips.
He did get a post-game bag of chips. There you go. Absolutely. How many plates did you eat tonight? Because I ate 4 and then I stopped.
I started carnivore with about 4 slices of the prime rib.
It was good.
Fantastic. Well done.
Yes. With the mashed potatoes and the carrots.
I didn't get any mashed potatoes.
You didn't get any mashed potatoes?
It was a little late.
Okay. Well, you blame that on me.
And then, they have one of the best salad bars here.
They do.
I think we have a new provider this year. Legends is coming in.
Is it?
So I would say the food was I stepped up a little bit.
Okay.
It was nice tonight.
All right.
Very nice.
Good stuff.
And now they have the soft serve machine. Killing me.
I know.
Killing me.
Well, I did a Coke float tonight.
I
did the Coke.
Done.
I did the Coke float.
Creative.
I did. I got a little
There's
creative.
A lot to work with up there.
But I did it at 6 o'clock. I didn't do it late.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
you went soft serve with the Coke.
Yeah.
Float.
Yeah.
And I went get a nice little additives bar. you get the mini M&Ms.
Yes.
With the soft serve.
Yes.
Peanuts.
Yes.
Caramel sauce.
Yeah.
And the broken up Oreos.
Good stuff. There you go.
Spectacular.
All right. I think yes,
that's
good stuff. Thank you to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Open phone line 727-255.
Work on open bar.
Bar. Well, why not?
Open bar post game.
Well, can we do that?
They used to have beer in the old sombrero.
Really?
They have big cooler.
Could you imagine they had like a big cooler right over there or something?
Back in the day, we used to have.
I'm not a beer drinker, but I told you I would drink if Stu Sternberg is no longer the manager of the.
They had to
no longer the owner.
Early years.
You had
only
to.
Way to
Absolutely, you had to.
Way to get the media, Mizell
Get through. Get through.
I'm over here.
Yes. All right. Let's see. We go out to the phone lines here. Welcome to the Evolution in collaboration with the JP Peterson Show. Go.
What's going on, fellas? Jeremy, aka J-Lo from.
What's up, J-Lo? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, buddy. How you doing?
Good, man. I was at the game tonight.
Well, we lost you here. Hold on a sec.
He's kind of dull there.
Yeah, you're kind of dull. Go ahead. Keep on talking. Yeah, go ahead.
I was saying, I was at the game live. The atmosphere. I mean, the efforts these young players were putting out there to make the roster. Shout out to the offensive line, too, man.
Yeah.
Run the ball so well up the middle. I'm still breaking up.
Hear you a little bit there, Jeremy. We're getting a little break up there, but yeah, I thought the offensive line played really well tonight. Charlie Heck got a few series tonight, not much, but he got a little taste of it tonight. I think he's been pretty good. I think as we go through this preseason, from what I've seen of Charlie Heck in practice, I would give him a B minus.
Yeah,
B minus. When you're grading Tristan Wirfs at the A plus, I'd say B minus. If I'm Josh Grizzard, I'm thinking, we're going to have to help him a little bit against some of the elite pass rushers. I'm going to have to adjust my game plan a little bit. Probably not as many 7-step drops,
right?
But that's what you got to do as a coach, and they'll work around it. For the first few games, that's what they have to do. But I think, I think the offensive line played pretty well tonight. Second half, they ran the ball really well. But again, it's so hard to tell up against, who are you going up against? So that's a tough call.
Go ahead,
but
Jeremy.
The running backs look good.
Can you hear me?
Really good.
Yeah, I can hear y'all. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say was, overall, Titans are not a very strong football team. We can agree to disagree on it. But to see these young men go out there and ball out like a Garrett Green, Ryan Miller was playing his butt off tonight. Ryan Miller was making plays.
He took a shot, bro. He took a shot in the back from a safety. He was kind of held up on that wide receiver screen. I was surprised he got up, and he got checked for a concussion and came back in the game.
Yeah.
He's a tough son of a bitch, Ryan.
He is. He is tough. And he made some great catches. Like you said, made some great catches tonight. He really wants to make this football team.
Yeah, he does.
It certainly seems like. So
the numbers are against him.
Right.
But, he's a practice squad guy that, just like last year when the numbers get depleted during the season,
sure.
You can, and there's one thing about Ron, you can count on him to come in, catch the ball, be where he's supposed to be. So if they get a bunch of injuries this year, just like last year, he'll get a shot.
Well, Tez Johnson, that's the reason why a guy like that's getting a shot right now, because Tez Johnson is hurt.
That's right.
So, who knows? You just never know how it works out. It goes back to what TJ said here, Jeremy and JP.
Get his ass back out.
You got to get out there, because I think you'll definitely make a big impact for this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team. Jeremy, what else?
I will say the turnover game was nice. 3 interceptions, get to the quarterback. It was nice to see the pitch sets, icing to the cake. I got to say, you got to give your hats off to these young men trying to make the roster. It was fun to watch, worth every minute of my time. I left work early just to be there. So I enjoyed every minute of it, and it was fun to watch.
In the rain tonight, it's a decent preseason crowd for a rainy night. So,
no, couldn't agree more. It's Florida weather. You know how that goes, JP.
Yeah,
we get rain whenever. It rains, at the worst timing. If I was ready to go out there, get some rain on me, whatever. We love our butts. We'll do whatever it takes.
Attaboy.
That's it. All right.
Well done, Jeremy.
Jeremy, thanks a lot for the call, man. We appreciate it.
Partner.
No problem. Take care, fellas.
All
Go
right.
Bucs.
All right. Yeah. Go Bucs. Absolutely. Go Bucs. Open phone line 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391 after your Tampa Bay Buccaneers defeat the Tennessee Titans 29-7 here. I know we got some comments. Let's go out to this guy right here. Let's see if we can get him. Let's go out to Best of the Bays, Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy. Welcome to the Evolution in collaboration with the JP Peterson Show here live from Raymond James Stadium. Go ahead.
Fellas, first of all, the first statement about tonight's game is it was like, what, late in the second quarter, if not literally near the very end of it, that first penalty and the no penalty. So, you're right, JP. We can drive down into this guy did good and this guy did that. But at the end of the day, this game was clean. And I think that's something that, Bucs fans can look forward to.
Because at practice this week, it wasn't clean. There was more laundry going on. They had the officials out there this week. There was a lot of laundry on the floor this week. So they cleaned that up for the game, except in the second half when Darno and Wright couldn't get his touchdowns because we kept holding people.
Yes.
We were holding people, by the way.
Yes.
By the way, shout out to the big board crew here, the Jumbotron crew here. They've always been great at showing controversial plays on the big board, like when the Bucs get screwed over.
Yes.
Tonight they were showing when the Bucs were actually holding. So I think the NFL basically told them, hey, if you're going to show the bad stuff, you got to show the other team. When your team commits a penalty, you need to show that too. So we did tonight.
You did. And by the way, you got better seats, so you can see that.
I did.
I was over in Antarctica because it was so cold up there. I couldn't. Yes.
I got upgraded to the first row.
You did.
Yeah.
You're
27 years covering.
You should.
Come on.
You should be
I'm
absolutely.
senior.
Wait, Peter, what?
little
the
seniority.
bananas,
Yes, go
the
ahead.
bananas foster, the bananas foster didn't keep you comfortable tonight, Peter. I'm supposed to feel sorry for you.
I didn't have the bananas foster tonight, Ray. I actually had a Coke float.
He went Coke float.
I went Coke
Yeah.
float.
Oh, that's
There
right.
you go.
Float.
There you go. Yes.
The softer. But I'll tell you guys what you just talked about the fact that with the Buccaneers, what they did tonight was they played a clean game, and even with the JP, they had the trouble this week with the Titans that came in here, and I love the fact that the Titans went with the first string to get Cam Ward, and you talked about how the Bucs got thrown over the middle because you're right, that was the swan song from last season.
Did not like seeing the great wide open again.
No.
Well, no, but that was the Titans' only play because at that point we were already substituting second, third stringers, but the Titans had to make some kind of offensive statement because I'm not saying the Bucs defense played above and beyond. So I'm waiting for Parrish to get a turnover, but they played solid as far as they played like a team that had been there before, and ironically enough, they played like a team that hopefully is going for their 5th consecutive divisional championship in 2025. So, from that standpoint, it's good. But guys, let's just go ahead and close with this. We're really preseason plus preseason. It's really all about the fact that 3 weeks from today, it's Florida State versus Alabama.
Yeah, that's
And we get this
what
college
I'm
season
talking
started.
about. I'm looking for 2, by the way. I need 2 for me and my son. So if anybody out there,
Florida State, Alabama, 2 tickets right there to JP Peterson. Come on. How could you not get? You've covered because you posted something about Bobby Bowden. That was a great post, by the way.
wasn't that?
Yes,
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And share
Cool.
that with Bucs fans about that really quick. Ray, we appreciate the call,
Bobby,
my friend.
Bobby passed.
Thanks,
I
y'all.
believe it was yesterday, 4 years ago yesterday. I covered Florida State been a Florida State fan most of my life.
Right.
But I covered the Seminoles for 8 years as a beat reporter in Tallahassee.
Mm-hmm.
My first 8 years of my television career, and Bobby is like a dad. He was like a dad to me, and he was so kind to me, and to me, one of a kind, absolutely one of a kind, great dude.
All right, let's go out to the
brought us some great players, like Eric Brooks and Warwick Dunn.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, and Charlie Ward.
We won a Super Bowl.
And there you go. Let's go out to Eric Moreno. Eric, welcome to the Evolution in collaboration with the JP Peterson Show. Abraham, hold on a minute. Go ahead, Eric.
Bring the passion, bring the excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense.
All right.
No nonsense.
There you go. No nonsense.
Oh, yeah.
Alex, hold on. Go ahead, Eric. We got calls going. So go ahead. Give me your thoughts tonight from this game after the Bucs win 29-7 over the Titans.
Yeah, I think, just, the turnovers, I think Trask looked pretty good.
Okay.
The defense with the 3 turnovers.
Ball Hawks.
Ball
Hawks.
Yes,
Hawks.
you got to have that.
It's
not nice. So was that pierogi at the end of the game?
Yeah.
Pierogi, not pierogi.
It seems, so, get healthy and, sky's the limit for this team.
Yes.
Super Bowl bust.
Yep.
Well, I definitely think so. But again, it's about staying healthy. You got to stay healthy.
You did not tonight.
Right. You did not stay healthy tonight.
A key piece got hurt tonight.
Yes.
That's never good.
No, it's not. It's definitely not.
Who got hurt?
Rashad White pulled a groin muscle tonight after a spectacular run.
Yep.
We don't know how serious it is, but groin injuries are not something that you want to see in a running back.
Correct.
They tend to linger.
Yep.
They're very hard.
I thought they were
very
going
hard
to. I'm surprised he played tonight. So they're going to run Tucker and.
Well, you're not going to run
what's
Bucky.
other-
You're not going to run Bucky, so you have to run
yeah.
White, and then you run Tucker out there after White, and then of course you've got some other guys. They're just guys, but again,
That's
Owen Wright.
football,
Yeah,
it
happens.
There's coaches all over this league trying to figure out what you do.
Right.
Do you play your starters? Do you not? Zach Taylor's playing his starters in Cincinnati because they've started 1-11 in the first quarter of their season in the last 3 years. So they're trying to do something different. The Bucs have won their opener, I think, 3 years in a row. They've had some really good starts. So whatever they're doing the right thing. So, but still, you got to have some guys. You want to see some guys.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to play. And in preseason, and tonight it was Rashad. Well, he wasn't going to play a lot tonight, but he just happened to tweak something. And the good news is we've still got 4 weeks to the opener. So we'll see.
Yeah,
That's it.
I think you're very right.
Yeah.
All right. What else, Eric?
That's it. Have a good night, guys.
All right, man. Hang in there. Thanks for the call. Appreciate you. Let's continue. Phone lines are open. Abraham, I saw you. Alex, I saw you. Call back here. Give me your thoughts. We can go out to the comments here because we've been neglecting the web heads and, of course, the JP Peterson fans as we are live on FanStream. Do you like this new?
I like that. Yeah.
Right.
Got the logo there.
Yeah,
I like
logo.
that.
I stepped up
Got
the
my
game
name
a little bit.
zippered there.
Yes, absolutely. All right. So,
Attaboy.
yes, absolutely. Put the work in there. Ray Kennedy says, let's go. Christopher Cole Trask is your backup. Do you agree with that?
No.
Because a lot
No.
of fans say he solidified himself tonight. And then I say, nah, not so fast. There's a reason why you signed Teddy Bridgewater. We'll get back to that in a moment. Let's go out to Alex. Alex, welcome to the Evolution Live here from Raymond James Stadium in collaboration with the JP Peterson Show. Go ahead.
Good evening, my good friends. How you guys doing?
What's
Doing
up,
great.
Alex?
Doing great, man.
Buccaneer football is back. How about that?
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Guys,
That's right there.
I was at the game tonight.
Attaboy.
Peter, you know me very well. I brought many special guests with me tonight. We had a great time. But guys, first of all, great atmosphere. I saw a lot, but there's one player I am dying to talk about. Very young player, all over the field tonight. And I don't think y'all have mentioned him tonight. That is Nick Jackson.
Oh, we
This-
mentioned Jackson, but go
Yes,
ahead.
we
Yeah.
did.
This man was all over the field. I think he had 4 to 6 tackles,
6
1
tackles.
interception.
2 for loss, quarterback sack, and a one-handed interception.
Yeah.
Besides
Kid
that,
was
what'd you do?
incredible.
Yes, I mean,
Yeah.
that's what you need out of your linebacking core. And by the way, on that interception, one-handed, by the way, doing his best Mike Evans impression, John Bullock, the other undrafted linebacker from Nebraska, which we know Jason Light has a propensity, Leo word, of getting Nebraska players right there in Bullock.
Yeah, and he's not going to make the 53 just because of the numbers unless somebody gets hurt.
Right.
But this kid, and I asked Bowles about him, and he said he's just a good football player. Doesn't have the best measurables, which is why he didn't get drafted, but he is productive. He's the leading tackler in the history of college football. Dude just goes out and makes plays. Really smart, instinctive. He's the type of linebacker that I think is actually going to stick around this league for a while. He'll be a backup linebacker for the Buccaneers for probably quite some time.
Yeah.
Good player.
I saw heart all over that field. That's all I know. That kid is a baller, and hopefully he can make the roster one day. But that was impressive. But other than that, you know, I guess I was happy with what I saw out of Trask. I mean, you got to think he's playing with second and third string players all around the field. But I just, you know, I like Trask as you know, maybe as a QB2, but I don't ever see him being a QB1 in the National Football League, at least not in this league. I like him as a person, but I wanted to see, I know you guys are talking about he did great tonight, but I wanted to see a little bit more out of him. You know, you guys got to think he's sat behind the GOAT for a few years. Of course, he's been behind Baker for 2-3 years now. I just feel like Trask should be showing a little bit more of his potential than he is at this current level.
Yeah, listen, that's why they brought Teddy Bridgewater in. They weren't happy with Kyle Trask.
Yeah.
They did not feel that, you know, this team is too good to risk, you know, Baker going down for 4 to 6 games or something and having a guy come in who's never played a meaningful snap really in the National Football League when you can have a guy that's got 65 starts like Teddy Bridgewater. So it's just, you know, it kind of sucks for Kyle because he's just never gotten the opportunity to prove himself. But that's, you know, like he told me tonight, and I asked him square about it. He goes, listen, man, all I can do is control what I can control and go out there and do what I can do. And he did that tonight. You know, you got to give him credit for that. He didn't sulk. He didn't, you know, he even said tonight, I'm not sure. I've asked, you know, is he there to be the backup? I haven't really gotten an answer, but it really doesn't matter. I got to go out there and ball out and keep the job. And for one night, that's exactly what he did. He, you know, I wouldn't give him an A+ tonight. I'd probably give him an A- or maybe a B+. There were some throws in the red zone that he probably could have made. He took a sack tonight he didn't need to take. There was a check down available, another guy that was open. But I thought all in all, he did pretty damn well for the situation that he's in. Because think about it. He's been waiting his turn. Now I'm the backup. I'm one play away. Guess what? You're not anymore because we brought in Teddy Bridgewater. And listen, they didn't bring Teddy Bridgewater in here to be the 3.
No.
They brought him in here to be the 2.
Yeah.
So
Yep. And the flirtations have been there since 2014. Jason Light talked about it.
Yep.
He got drafted by the Vikings. In fact, he would have been the quarterback, JP, if
he didn't sign here, right?
Yeah. So there you go right there. There is some interest, and there's also, you know, people that know him in this organization. A guy like Charlie Strong, Levante David. Right. So it's not like they didn't plan this. I think they have seen enough of Trask in camp They wanted the ceiling is not high enough at this point. They know what they have in this player. We always talk about it.
I think it probably Trask is the floor is not high enough.
Right, floor's not high.
The floor's not high enough.
Right.
They just didn't feel comfortable handing this team over to him.
Right.
In what could be a Super Bowl season.
Right.
Especially when there are people available that have a hell of a lot more experience.
It comes down to this: if you need a win in Week 17 versus the Carolina Panthers, who do you have more confidence in? And a Kyle Trask,
that was exactly the situation we were in 2 years ago. And Baker Mayfield, in my opinion, should never have played that game. And
right.
almost lost.
Right.
But that's how little confidence they had in Kyle Trask.
Right. And that's what I've always said. Like, if you go from Brady and you sign Baker instead of going with Kyle Trask, because to me, it's like a Kansas City Chiefs situation where you trade Alex Smith and Patrick Mahomes is your future quarterback. If Kyle Trask is your future quarterback, you just go with him. You don't sign somebody else.
Yeah. Well, they didn't have. They showed the confidence.
There you go. That's it.
They didn't have it.
So
yeah.
I like Kyle Trask too. Don't get me wrong. Like, we're Florida State fans. I'm going to give him credit. I'm going to give him respect because I love the throw tonight when he's getting pressure in his face. And he
looked right down the barrel and took it.
Yeah, took it and gives it to Miller right there, who catches the ball. He knows he's going to get hit, so you like those type of throws. But you haven't seen enough. You haven't seen enough of those throws in his career. So,
but tonight he was really good.
Yeah,
he was really good.
All right, Alex, what else?
Other than that, guys, it was nice to see Ryan Miller have a good day today. He had like 66, 68 yards. McMillan also, I don't know why, but I love what I've already seeing out of McMillan already.
Yeah.
As you guys know, he had a great year last year. And I think he's going to have another outstanding 2025 campaign. So it was good to see him. And then I can't ever pronounce his name. Abuka.
Yeah.
Abuka.
The G is silent.
He had a punt return. I was shocked.
Yeah.
Well,
you don't need to be out there returning punts.
Exactly.
Tez, get better. Palmer, get better.
Alex,
you don't need to be out there doing punts.
Appreciate the call, my friend.
Guys, thank you so much, guys. It was a great time tonight. Listen, as I told you guys, I was able to bring some people out there. We had a blast. I know it's only preseason, but damn it, I'm so glad that Bucs football is back, guys.
Yep.
There you go. All right, appreciate you. Let me go ahead and give him the mocking band right there. Open phone line, Abraham, I see you, 727-255. 0391 at 727-255-0391. Recapping the Bucs win the first preseason game out of the way now. Bucs win 29-7 over the Tennessee Titans. Other thoughts in this game?
I think we got through all of them. Yeah, I mean,
going back to Parrish.
Yeah, Parrish got beat a couple times out of the slot.
We saw a little bit of that.
Third down plays, but he got beat by Calvin Ridley. He's a pretty damn good receiver in this league.
Yes, when he's not gambling.
Cam Moore to Calvin Ridley is going to get you most of the time. So he's a young kid. But that's, in man-to-man in the slot, those are tough covers. They're really, really tough covers, especially when there's no heat on the quarterback. It was, Cam Moore had all day to throw. There was no pressure. So that second series bothered me.
Yeah.
Cam was 6 for 8. The first series was great. They got 3 and out, but the second series bothered me. They had the coverage bust, wide open Calvin Ridley in the middle of the field. That can't happen. So, but again, it wasn't the A team was not out there, but you want to see those guys at least not bust coverage.
Exactly. Agree. Let's go out to Abraham here. Big time Shiloh Sanders fan. I know you absolutely loved that hit that he put on the quarterback. Welcome to the Evolution and Collaboration.
Oh, well, that's much more than well, let me add more than that. I'd like to hear what I heard from the head coach. So, and also he had a nice tackle on a running back. That was like a linebacker like play, nice very shot, solid tackle. Yeah. So
he had a whiff. He had a whiff on the screenplay, the first play.
That happens. But he made up for it. I saw your tweet, JP.
But listen, honestly though, that's one of the issues with Shiloh. He wants to come up and make a big hit. When you're a safety, you can't do that. If you do it, you better make sure you get it because you're the safety. You can't you can't be whiffing on plays like that. You got to come up under control and make the tackle, and he'll learn that.
That's usually the problem with players transitioning from the college game to the NFL game, trying to make that big hit instead of try to wrap and tackle, which is what you want. Fundamental.
Well,
technique.
Listen, when the second time,
other
guys were in on the tackle, closed space. He came in, he got a good shot. That was excellent technique.
Yeah.
The first time when you're in the open field and you're the only guy, you can't be coming up for the kill shot. You got to break down and make the tackle.
Agree.
So, well, he's got the perfect coach, Todd Bowles, and he's got Nick Rapone. So you know that Todd Bowles made good Jordan Whitehead into a really good player, as well as Cardinal Davis and Jamel Dean. So
that's what the perfect preseason is about. It's about those teaching moments.
Yep.
And he will learn from that. He will absolutely learn from that.
Yeah, so I'm not worried, but I mean, I'm not like, so all I got to say what Todd Bowles said, he said, Shiloh played tough. I like what he, I really like what I saw from him, the pressure. And I said, you know what? I'm really impressed with what I saw, but that doesn't mean he made the team. No, but
he made a big mistake tonight.
The bottom line is the coach likes what he sees.
He made another big mistake tonight that you did not see.
What was that?
Go ahead.
There was about 10 of us waiting for him for the interview. He kept us all waiting. About 15 minutes. I had to leave. I gotta go. I gotta go be with my man Peter.
That's it.
The rest of us were out there waiting. So, Shiloh, do your interviews first.
Yes. Come on now, Shiloh.
I saw his family waiting for him as well, and I wanted to go tell him as I walked out, he's gonna be a minute. Come on, Shiloh. You know you're better than that.
Yes.
Serve the media first.
That's it. Absolutely.
All right, but I like what I saw because let me just sum it up. I like the depth. Okay, the depth pieces making plays, and especially the offensive line. I like the fact, Elijah Klein, other than that snap, he plays solid at center, especially on that Tucker running play. I think he was a lead blocker, and then Cole Keith made a good chip block, and then the guard Haggard made another assist on that play. But Klein played solid at center, considering he was never really a center in college.
Yeah.
So
I gotta go. I gotta go watch the tape, as Todd would say.
And also the backup Majors. Majors, is that him?
Yeah, Majors played good.
Yeah.
I like the offensive line depth. I like Elijah Roberts making pressures. I'm not going to be biased about Shiloh Sanders. JJ Roberts looked pretty good the pass breakups, but he didn't get the interception. But I think he has potential as nickel corner.
Interception.
Yes.
He knocked the Thunderbird ball away. So
there you go.
That interception.
There you go.
Yeah. So I'm going to be pretty fair about my assessment of all the players, but I like the defense. It looks a lot better. Thunderbird, he should not even made the active roster last year. He should have been on the practice squad. Let me be honest with you. He doesn't
That's why they drafted BMO and Parrish.
So. Well, that's it. And Jacob Parrish. I mean, not Jacob Parrish, but Josh Hayes had an opportunity to get an interception tonight. Dropped it. And then you get that second opportunity to Cam Ward and the Titans.
Yep.
And they make you pay. That's what it comes down to. That's why it's so important, and why it was emphasized in this offseason by Todd Bowles to get turnovers and get ball hawks, and that's what Hayes hasn't been able to do, because it's a lot more than just pass breakup. You got to make interceptions. You got to make the play.
I got 3 tonight. It was good.
Yeah, it's good.
So Nick Jackson stepped up like I thought he would, because I saw his potential. I just thought he's a very solid player, and I feel better about the linebacker room. But Braswell needs to step up. I saw some splashes of good play from J.J. Watts and Ramirez, but Braswell, he needs to step up, because
What you mean, mean J.J. Watt? You didn't come out of retirement. You mean Marquise Watts? That's who you mean.
Marquise Watts. My bad.
I got you.
I wish we had J.J. Watt.
Well, that'd be nice, right? Maybe T.J.
Yeah, Marquise Watts. So
I'd rather have T.J.
I have a good feeling about this team making a deep run in the playoffs, and I wouldn't be surprised if they made it to the Super Bowl and won it. So. I mean, injuries happen, but I like the depth. So I like what I saw today.
We got a shot. No question about it.
Definitely got a shot.
Love this roster.
Yep, do too. What else, Abraham?
That's about it, guys. I mean, enjoy your night.
Thanks, partner.
All right, good stuff. All right. So we'll go out to the comments here really quick, and then we'll get you out of here, because I know you got a long ride to Orlando, and I got the standing desk, so I don't have to bend over, so I can stay here as long as they will have me.
Any more comments?
Yeah, we got some comments here. All right, so the running game, did the running game get better? I definitely think the running game has gotten better. Of course, we're judging off of playing against second and third string, but I thought the offensive line, even missing Tristan Wirfs tonight, established that factor of the running game. You're going to need that, because you want to take the pressure off of Baker Mayfield and that passing offense.
Yeah. All right, partner. I'm going to
yes, sir.
Head on home.
Yes, sir.
Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget JP Peterson show. We will be noon to 2 on Monday. It's the last practice at last Bucs training camp practice. So we'll be noon to 2.
Okay.
And then starting Tuesday, we're back to our normal 10 to 12. And we'll have, I think folks on the Pewter Report guys who are going up to Pittsburgh. Sly's going to join us on Thursday. Brooke Bennett will be joining us, 3-time gold medalist will be joining us to talk a little swimming and Olympics. What else we got going this week? We'll hopefully get Scott Reynolds on Tuesday. So we got all your Buck stuff and Ray's stuff covered.
What about away games? Are we going to be going to Riveters for the away games?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
So
I see that in the future.
Yes, because
Riveters watch parties.
Riveters watch parties
away
for the away games here with all the Bucs fans. We want you guys all to come out. Webheads, Tampa Bay sports fans, fans of the JP Peterson Show.
We are presented by Riveters.
Yes.
Yes, they are the official sports bar and grill of the JP Peterson Show. So anytime you come to Ray J, you stop at Riveters. It's about a half a mile south of here. You can even park there as long as you go in and have a beverage and eat some food and Uber to the stadium. People can do that. They do that for Ray's games. You can do it for Ray J.
Love to appreciate the Ubers, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
all right.
We love you, Riveters, and the JP Peterson Show. Don't forget it. Come watch all week long. We do it every day, Monday through Friday.
There you go. All right.
Thanks, boys and girls.
Good stuff, man. Yes, we'll put that right there. Just put that on the ground, my friend. Appreciate you as always. Go Bucs. Yes. Absolutely. We'll go ahead. We'll come back here. Let's come back here to the one shot real quick. We'll get out of that 2 shot. Where are we at? There we are right there. Boom. What's going on, guys? It's your host, Peter Blake of the Sports Web here. Let's go out to some of these comments. We'll read them. And then again, we will take your phone calls and we'll see how long we stay out tonight. Give me your thoughts on this. Let's see. I'm here. We can start. Thank you, Tim, for tuning in as always. All right, let's go out to Megan here. Go Bucs, backups and rookies looking good tonight. There you go. Dave, let's see here. Tucker needs more carries somehow. I mean, that's a great thing about this, right? So if there's a positive that you take out of this with Rachaad White being out with most likely a groin injury for, the next 4 to 6 weeks. I'm not a doctor. Don't play one on TV, but you've seen it before. This type of injury can linger. You get the opportunity to give the ball to Sean Tucker. And we've talked about it on this show. We've also heard from the coaches, people around the league and league circles, how much the potential is there for Sean Tucker and how they want to find a way to get him the ball more. So they'll have that opportunity. It looks like, let me go out to Benji here, just saying Cam Ward looked amazing tonight. Thanks a lot, Benji, for the comment there on Instagram Live. Let's go out to my beautiful mother, Sandra Nagel, watching the best sports talk show in the Tampa Bay area, the Sports Web with the JP Peterson Show. Bucs were ready. Trask did a great job. Great team tonight. Dave England, Trask looked good. That he did. Space Windu. Yes, sir. Brian reposted the stream. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. Facebook stars are open, YouTube super chats. We'll stay as long as we can. Let's go out to Dave. Bucs possibly have the best depth in the NFL at running back right now. You would certainly believe that. Again, though, with the injury to White, you're kind of concerned because as we talked about, he's great at pass protection. He's great at catching the ball out of the backfield. And the one thing that a lot of people don't talk about that we have talked about on this show, he is great on third down, and you're going to need that because there's a possibility that you could be without Chris Godwin for a little bit. And we know how important Chris Godwin has been for this offense on third down. Let's go out to Ray Kennedy right there. Dave England. Rachaad is all right. Dave again. Tucker could be the number 2 running back, even over White. Let's go out to Moore, right rudder. Wright looked good. Absolutely. Did Tez play? Tez did not play. He's hurt. Hamstring injury. We know how that can work. You don't want to risk it, especially if the Bucs have plans for him when it comes to special teams going through the season, because you don't want to aggravate it. You don't want that to become a lingering injury, which again has been the story not only for Tez Johnson, but of course for Benjamin Morrison, who, according to Jason Light tonight on Buccaneer Radio, will not play the entire preseason. So there you go. Derek says, JP is consistent, always dropping new content. He is. That's why you should tune in every day from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I think he changed his time because he's out of Bucs camp from noon to 2. And of course, we're going to be doing these post-game shows live from Raymond James Stadium, whether it's at night, late at night, during the day, during the early day, whenever it is. We got you covered here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. Let's go out to Ray Kennedy. You should have stopped at Kyle. Looked really good tonight. Alex, no one is talking about Nick Jackson, balled out. He wants a spot on this roster. He was all over the field tonight. He was. I mean, I don't know what you can say about Jackson, right? I mean, if somebody's going to earn a spot on this team, it's going to be Jackson. If he keeps on playing like that, he's going to make it difficult for this Bucs organization to not keep him on the roster. Because when and again, it's one game, but he was all over the place. He was causing havoc. He had the one-handed interception. He had the sack. I mean, that's what you need out of your linebacking core, which, I felt like Savassi Dennis wasn't great tonight. Didn't hear a lot from him. I know that Deion Jones played in the first half. Didn't hear a lot from him. But again, it's the preseason. It's vanilla defense. They're not going to give you a lot. They're not. Let's go out to David Moser here. Ray Kennedy, yeah, but the quality of players he went against are Amazon drivers in 3 weeks. They did have a good game because he's that good or because of the quality of players he went. That's funny. That is funny right there. Let's go out to Eric. Great win by the Bucs. Absolutely. Let's go out to David again. I'm an FSU fan, and I think it's going to be a good game and close one, but I have no clue who's going to win. I don't either. I hope it's a good game. After what every FSU fan had to endure last year, yeah, that wasn't good. That wasn't good at all. We look good in all three phases of the game. Always a good thing. JP Peterson says, Nathan, Peter Blake, thank you very much. Appreciate you as always. I didn't get a chance to play this when he was here. Oh, it's a little short there. Hold on a second. I didn't get a chance to play this. Yeah. We didn't really get a chance to play that tonight because you couldn't really be upset or disappointed about this Bucs team besides, again, for me, Chris Braswell. Not enough consistent pressure. If you're believing in this guy, he's a second-round pick. You get him from Alabama last year. You only had one sack. You're expecting big things. You're expecting, the same type of transition, if you will, or same type of progression, if you will, for Nolan Smith, right? One sack 1 year and then 11.5 sacks for the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's go out to Sean Osborne. Looking great, Pete and JP. Great start for the big year for the Buccaneers. Only preseason, but dominated with bench and rookies. Let me go out to Greg. Trask was good, but give it to Teddy B. Eric says Shiloh looks good. Greg, defenses aren't game planning yet in preseason. Very true right there. Absolutely. Let's see. Shiloh is a nice story, but likely practice squad now. Steelers will be a better test for the O-line, but encouraged tonight for sure. Agree with that. Noble, OG, who is in the trenches? Give your starters quality on offense and defense. Is that it? Well, listen, I think, again, you didn't play your first teamers tonight. You didn't play Vita Vea. You didn't play Kalijah Kancey. You didn't play any of those guys. So you're not sure. You just played second and third string guys. So, again, this is about evaluating the young players. I definitely think you have something on that defensive line. I definitely think you have that with the Hassan Reddick. Open phone lines if you want to talk about this. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. I was watching tonight, Go Buccaneers. Your sound effects weren't working. Great show, Peter Blake. They're not working again. They are not working. You got to be kidding me. They're not working again. You got to love that. All right, let's see here. Hold on. Yeah, I guess they're not working. I don't know. You can't win it all. You just can't win. I hope they're working, but I guess they're not. All right, let's go out to Alex using your second call. Welcome to the Evolution live here from Raymond James Stadium after your Tampa Bay Buccaneers pick up their first win versus the Tennessee Titans 29-7. Go.
Hey, listen, I want to start by saying I appreciate all the great work you do, man.
Thank you.
Like, I legit do. Like, you do a lot of hard work. You have a lot of great special guests. Always great to have the great JP Peterson show always joining. TJ Reeves, he's a legend himself. So appreciate the great work. But hey, just real quick.
Yeah.
Wasn't it just great to be back in that stadium?
Yes, absolutely. Of course it was. Are you serious? I got up this morning and here's me. Like, I'm just packing up. And you know me, like, I'm prepared, but then I'm not. Like, I'll do stuff last minute. Today, I got up, I went out and took Alexander, my dog, for a walk early, and I packed up all my stuff and made sure that I had all my wires. Everything was prepared. And I felt good. And then what made it even better is around about 2:30, I get an email from USF saying, "You've been fully credentialed for the season with USF football." So I'm like, okay, football is my life. You know this. You've listened to this show for years upon years. So I'm going to be Saturday here at Raymond James Stadium watching the USF Bulls, which I think,
And then Buccaneer football on Sunday,
I
baby.
mean, you can't
You
beat that.
can't get back.
You can't beat that.
Listen,
You can't. You cannot.
you are getting rewarded for your hard work. So
Thank
I
you.
want to start off by saying, keep
Appreciate
up
that.
the great work. You know, I've supported you for years.
Yeah.
I will continue to support you.
Thank you.
Do some great work. Y'all all do some great work. I love the show. By the way, you guys don't ever get an opportunity during the week, Monday and Wednesday, come join the Sports Web. We have a lot of fun.
Sure.
We do a little bit of trolling, but that's okay. But we have some fun too. But listen, on the real, it was great to be back. I had, like I said earlier, I had brought several people. Just being there alone was great, but it was great to see some really young talent work really hard on the field tonight. I mean, I cannot get over that Nick Jackson kid. I mean, this kid was all over the field.
Yeah, he was
I mean-
definitely all over the field. It was a breath of fresh air, especially with seeing this linebacking core last year. And we know the kind of trouble they've had. And of course, Levante David didn't play in this game, and we expect him to play during the season. He's playing at a top level, but how long can he play at a top level? I'm never gonna doubt him. You know, the thing I'm looking at is who's the guy next to him. Is it Savasi Dennis at this point? All the talk has been him. I definitely think he improves this defensive unit if he's healthy, and that's a big if. He hasn't been able to stay healthy for the 2 years, but when he's been able to stay healthy, I think this defense is different. He brings another dimension, and I think he's one of the X factors, in my opinion, on this defense. He stays healthy. I feel very good about the defense's improvement, especially in the linebacking core.
Absolutely. I am a little disappointed that we won't get to see Morrison
Right.
in the preseason, because I kind of wanted to get like a little taste of what to expect. But I think overall this defense is very much well improved from last year. I'm very excited that I think that battle, especially between Jamel Dean and Morrison, will come to fruition. And hopefully that commends Jamel Dean to step up a little bit, because we all know that cornerback position has been struggling the last couple years. So we'll see what happens. But, dude, it was a great game today. I know it was only the Titans. I know it was only the preseason game 1, but I saw a lot of young talent balling out tonight. And I think the Bucs are going to have a great year, dude. I really do. I really think, listen, this is the Buccaneers' 50th season, my friends.
Yes.
And what a great start to it, guys. I mean, just seeing this young core talent ball out.
Yeah.
And again, I know it's only the Titans. People are saying it's just the Titans. I don't care if it's Timbuktu. You know, it was really great.
It's football. Football is back.
Football, baby.
Amen. Amen to the congregation. I don't care if it's preseason football. I don't care if it's peewee football. It's football.
And I'm going to say this too, Peter.
Yes.
I'm a little more excited just because I want to add that the Rays are struggling, but that's okay. Football's back, baby.
Well, what's the update on the Rays?
The Rays are going to lose this game again. They're done.
Well, there you go.
That's all we're going to say. That's all we're going to say.
Can you hear Tom Brady or no? Can nobody hear my sound effects tonight?
Yes, I can hear it.
Okay, you heard that then.
Yes.
Okay, so see, somebody's playing around with me. All right, so Tom Brady didn't agree with that. He likes the statue up there in New England at Foxborough, but he didn't agree with the Rays struggling like they have the last month. Terrible.
But listen, I am very.
Yes.
On a side note, I really do think the Bucs are going to have a much improved defense going to this season, because that was going to the draft. That was more of what I think we needed to kind of work on.
Yeah.
And I saw that tonight. I saw a little bit of a better defensive core in our young players. Now, I get it. They're not our starters, but I saw better play calling tonight. That's my opinion. I know there's a lot of changes being
listen,
made.
I think it's tough, right? So we always talk about, better play calling, this and that. They're not going to reveal that. But what I like about
They never
this,
will.
right? What I like about this is they come out right away and they do pass play action. You go down the field with Jalen McMillan, and then you throw a
Baller,
50
by the way. I was so
Yes.
happy to see him.
Yes,
Start right off the gate.
Right out the gate. And then you throw it up a 50-50 ball to Emeka Egbuka, who has just looked impressive in training camp. And we've heard nothing but stories. And
So good.
right. And I don't know. I think it's going to transition over to the regular season. And we've heard that it's different from Jalen McMillan because McMillan was, had the same, he was impressive last year in camp also. And then when he got to the regular season, it was tough to adjust. So you don't know. But if Egbuka can, carry over that momentum that he's had throughout all these camps, and he is, it certainly seems like he's going to, then the Bucs have definitely found another weapon and another insurance policy, and you don't feel so bad about not having Chris Godwin in this wide receiving room, and you're able to, let him get healthy because this kid, he has the character of Godwin. We've heard it. He's very impressive. He's a great route runner. He's very athletic. He does a great job of shielding his body. He catches everything that's thrown to him. That's what you want in a wide receiver.
Just don't have him do. Please don't have him do no punt returns again. I was not a fan of that tonight. I don't know why.
There's a lot of people in the press box that couldn't believe he was punt returning either, but I think I guess they were just trying to get him the fair catch. But yeah, that was
I wasn't a fan of that,
that was risky.
But dude, you are absolutely correct, dude. I think the Bucs went into the draft knowing what was going to happen with Chris Godwin, knowing that he won't be ready for the start of the season, knowing the impact that Chris Godwin does have on this wide receiver core and offensive core. So I think, and Egbuka, I think he's going to come out and he's going to ball out. I think, like I said, I've seen some stats of him in college and in this MLA, and he's a baller. He's a baller, and like you said, he's a great route runner. And I think if you're, in my opinion, I trust Jason Light, and I think that he made the right call. You're not going to get too much more of a comparison in Chris Godwin than what you got in Egbuka, and I think he's going to come out and start the season. You're going to see a lot. I really believe you're going to see a lot of great things out of him, and what we're going to transition into the regular season. I saw some great things tonight, Peter. I really did. I know it's game one. Like I said, I know it's preseason. I know it's the Titans. I know we're just, in my opinion, I always call game one, we're just BSing around to see what we got and see what young players can do. Yeah. But I was very happy with what I saw and some of these young players. I'm going to say it again. Nick Jackson balled out. I was so happy with this kid. He was all over the field.
Nick Jackson definitely balled out.
That one-hander was like, what?
Yeah, his best Mike Evans impression. Alex, appreciate the call. As always,
thank you so much, everyone. Listen, keep doing your great work, Peter. We love you, bro. We appreciate you. And as always, we will always bring the passion, and we will not bring you no nonsense.
Yes. Sometimes you do bring some nonsense, but that's okay. That's all right.
You know I love you guys.
We love you, man. We'll give you the Ric Flair right there. All right. Good stuff there. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. I'm your host, Peter Blake. This is the Sports Web Live here from Raymond James Stadium after your Tampa Bay Buccaneers win their first preseason game 29-7 over the Tennessee Titans. What did you see tonight? We'll continue to take your phone calls here, read these comments. As always, check out Peter Blake. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Again, like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube as we're live there right now, live on the JP Peterson Show. Check him out 5 days a week. That man is absolutely killing it. Local Tampa Bay sports content, and we gave it away. Home games are here. I told you what the plan was. At the tailgates, we're gonna be there. The live the hotspot didn't work. We went off the Bucs Wi-Fi, but we're gonna figure this out, and then we'll be here for the post games and then away games at Riveters. Catch us there. Let's go out to this guy right here. Can you hear that sound effect, by the way?
I heard that.
See, everybody has, people are messing with me right now, and I don't like when you mess with me when I got my tech here on the remote. Jim, welcome to the Evolution.
I couldn't hear it earlier. I don't know what's going on. You must have fixed something.
I always fix something. I always fix it. I got it. I got it. It's fixing stuff all the
All
time.
right.
One button.
You
One
doing a
button
great
here.
job, Peter.
Thank you, sir.
Doing a great
Appreciate you.
job, like
Thank
always.
you. Thank you.
I'm glad that I get to see Peterson back, JP.
Yes.
Man, the season, regular season starting, so we're doing a little preseason.
Yeah.
Who we play next? Since I ain't here.
We play the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's who you go to Pittsburgh. Yeah, that's a challenge right there. That's a team.
All
You
right.
kind of wonder if Aaron Rodgers is going to play or not. We'll see. They've got some question marks there, but always a well-coached team with former defensive coach for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Mike Tomlin. So old friends with Mike Tomlin. So we'll see how that goes next weekend with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, hopefully it's a good game too.
Yeah.
I'll be tuning in.
Mm.
Are you gonna be able to do any show or anything?
Of course we're doing shows. We're going to be at Riveters here, right down the street, right by the stadium. We'll give you a pre-show. We'll give you a halftime show. We'll give you a post-game show. We don't care if it's preseason. It's football. It's Bucs football here on the Sports Web, the evolution of sports talk television, and the JP Peterson Show. We got you covered. Go Bucs fan.
Well, congratulations on you covering the Bulls.
Thank you. Thank you. It's great. You
Yeah,
know,
keep
that's
up the good work. You do work real hard, man. That's why I like listening to you. So.
Listen, we got to do it. You've been with me from the inception of the Sports Web, right? We started out some platforms. You were there with me. You saw this evolution. You saw this come together, and we're still trying to perfect it and still trying to make it great and one of the best shows out there. And as I always say, I will put my show up against a radio station. I will put my show up against a TV station, and I guarantee you at the end of the day, I will stand tall and feel proud of what we do here on the Sports Web. I will. All
right, yeah. Keep up the good work, man. Good pregame show.
Thank you.
Good postgame.
Thank you. We didn't do a pregame tonight because it was raining, so we ain't doing that again. Because the last time we tried to do a show out in the rain, a $2,000 check hit me, and it was called I got to get another laptop. So that wasn't good.
Don't do that no more.
We ain't doing that. If it rains, it's a rain out. We're going home to do a postgame show or a pre-show.
Yeah. Keep that equipment dry.
That's it. You got to keep it dry because I got to pay for it.
Yep.
Sports
Web. Man, you have a good one. I was checking in on you.
All right, man. Appreciate you. Let me go ahead and give you the Macho Man right there. Open phone line 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Again, going back to the numbers, let's reset it. Kyle Trask tonight, 12 for 16, 129 yards. Look good. There was a sack there where he was holding the ball, could have got rid of it to the running back, but besides that, I thought he looked good. I thought he was strong. I thought he had to be strong because, again, I think Teddy Bridgewater eventually is going to be the backup for this Bucs team, and it's what JP said. It's what TJ has said. The reason why you signed Bridgewater in the first place is you're trying to put a fire under Trask to get more out of him, and they got that tonight. Running back side here, you got Owen Wright, 18 for 87 yards with the touchdown there. A couple touchdowns taken off the board because of the penalty situation. Welcome to the preseason. Sean Tucker, 13 carries for 50 yards. Rashad White, before he goes out of the game, 6 carries for 28 yards. Of course, the big story there with the groin leading the wide receiving core. Ryan Miller, which is a tough son of a gun because he was being evaluated for a concussion, comes back into the game, made some big catches tonight. 6 catches for 66 yards, the leading receiver for this Bucs team. Jalen McMillan, 1 for 25. We talked about that on the first drive. Garrett Green really showed out. He showed some explosive nature when it comes to special teams, which I don't think this Bucs team has had in a while. So you get that, draws a penalty there. A guy nearly takes his head off. He showed tonight. 2 catches for 22 yards. The rookie Emeka Ibuka, 1 for 21. Raheem Jarrett, 1 for 18. Devin Culp, 2 for 13. Jacob Harris, 2 for 8. The leading guy for the defense, Nick Jackson, 6 tackles, 1 sack, 1 interception, and a partridge in a pear tree. No, it's not Christmas yet, but it was for a lot of Bucs fans when you watch Jackson play. Let's go back out to the comments here. Let's go ahead. Nobody was at Ray J tonight. Yeah, a lot of empty seats. Like, I get it. It's a preseason game. It is the same cost for a preseason game as it is for a regular season game. The weather's not great, but it's preseason football. Come on, guys, show up. So I saw a lot of empty seats tonight. That was disappointing. I don't expect that. I understand, again, the weather conditions were not the best. It's easy to stay home, but it is preseason football with your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's go out to KR, son, right there, 3 on YouTube. Appreciate it as always. Evening, Peter. We are glad to have Bucs football back. The team played strong in all 3 phases. Absolutely agree with that. I'm impressed with Double E. He looks like a steal so far, and Trask played very good too. Yeah, again, I don't know what you say about Ibuka. Like, you're just waiting for the season to start, Bucs fans. Like, how can you use this kid? Do you use him on the outside? Do you use him in the slot? How good is he going to be? How good does he make this offense? And oh, by the way, this offense was 3rd overall. And for the majority of the year, that was without Mike Evans and, without Chris Godwin. More Chris Godwin than Mike Evans. It was guys off the street. Baker Mayfield still throwing over 40 touchdowns, 41 touchdowns. So how good can this offense get with a rookie that's this impressive? And again, you have to be cautious about this. But the problem is everything that you heard, everything that you've seen. I've seen him out in training camp. He's impressive. I've seen him tonight. He's impressive. Everybody talks about it. How he's mature, how he's a great route runner, how everything comes to his way, he catches. So can that transition over to the regular season? What do you say? Open phone line, 727-255-0391 at 727-255-0391. Go Bucs as well. Go Bucs. Go Bucs. Go Bucs. Go Bucs. Love to hear that, don't you? All right, so there you go, right there. So we went through the statistics here. It's just good to have football back. Again, the main thing I was disappointed about, you didn't have more pressure from Chris Braswell. And that's a guy, once again, that you're going to be depending on because you don't have David Walker. I thought he was going to be a big factor with this rotation. He's out for the year. So it's Anthony Nelson. Yeah, I seen him show up tonight. He's just a solid starter. He's a solid rotational player. You're not going to depend on him, to be a starter. You're going to depend on him to be a rotational guy. But he's always been like that. But Chris Braswell is the guy that has to step up. Really didn't do much tonight at all. Shiloh Sanders, impressive in the game. Made some things happen. I know a lot of Bucs fans got excited about him. Let's see here. Fire those cannons. Bucs win, Bucs win, Bucs win, as the great Gene Deckerhoff would say. Right there. All right, guys, so let's wrap it up for the night here. Once again, your Tampa Bay Buccaneers win their first preseason game 29-7 over the Tennessee Titans. Kyle Trask really shines tonight. Once again, 12 for 16, 129 yards. Not much to hate about this win. Of course, they face the Pittsburgh Steelers next week. We got you covered all week long. We'll be back on Monday night at 9 o'clock. Like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. And, of course, do 3 things. And, of course, tune into the JP Peterson Show. We got you covered on Monday night at 8 o'clock. We got you covered on Wednesday night. And, of course, next weekend at Riveters. 3 things. You know them. You love them. You got to have them. So here it is. Bring your passion. Bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time. And, of course, for you, Sports Web fans, Tampa Bay Sports Web fans, go Bucs fans, it's your time. Bucs win 29-7 over the Tennessee Titans. We'll see you next time on the evolution of Sports Talk Television. As we always say here on this show, go Bucs.